Good morning, guys. I'm Mr. Mustafa Shalan, and this is Chemistry Season 1. Let's talk about Chapter 1, which is Chemistry is the Central Science. Lesson 1 is Chemistry and Measurement. Firstly, we have to know what is the meaning of science. Science is the systematic building which organizes knowledge in the form of facts, principles, concepts, scientific theories, and an organized way of search. Each branch of science is concerned with the study of a certain phenomena. One of these branches is chemistry. So, what do we mean by chemistry? Chemistry is the science that studies the structure and properties of matter, the changes that occur to it, the reactions of substance which each of other, and suitable condition for these reactions. Chemistry is one of the oldest physical sciences. Ancient civilizations had used in all fields of life, like medicine, pharmacy, glass industry, cloth, dyeing, etc. An ancient Egyptian used these in mummification process. So, what are the fields of studying chemistry? Chemistry is important science to study the atomic and molecular structure of substance and how they are bonded. Number 2, the description of chemical properties of a substance. Number 3, the discovery of how substances perform their roles. Number 4, chemical reactions by which the reactants change into products. Number 5, the discovery of methods to control the condition of the reaction in order to create the new products that serve medicine, pharmacy, industry, and agriculture. Number 6, solving of some environmental problems, like for example, water pollution, soil pollution, air pollution, lack of water, and energy resources, etc. Now let's talk about the title of the lesson. Chemistry is the central science. Why is chemistry is the central science? Chemistry is a central science because it integrated with another physical sciences, like for example, chemistry and biology. Biology is the science that studies the living organism. Chemistry helps in understanding the chemical reactions occurring within the living organism. Chemistry and biology are integrating to get biochemistry. Biochemistry is the science that studies the chemical structure of the cells of different living organisms, like for example lipids, carbohydrates, nucleic acid, proteins are the major substance of living organisms. What about the integration between chemistry and physics? Chemistry and physics. What is physics? Physics is the science that studies the nature, the matter, the energy and forces. Chemistry helps in creating a new accurate measurement method. Physical chemistry is the science that studies the structure of a substance, their properties, and the particles performing them. Chemistry also is important for creation of medicine and pharmacy. Chemistry helps in the industry of medicine, understanding how hormones and enzymes work inside the human body. Medicine are used to treat any disorders in them. Chemists prepared this medicine using the natural substances. Also, chemistry is important in agriculture. Chemistry helps in choosing the suitable soil of planting a certain crop by means of chemical analysis, which determines the ratios of soil components to know if they are satisfy the plant's needs. Number 2, determination of a suitable fertilizer for a soil to increase the production. And number 3, industry of insects and pesticides. Is chemistry important for the future? Yes. Chemistry helps us to discover and create a new, useful, extraordinary substances by means of nanotechnology in all fields of life, medicine, communication, engineering, etc. Chemistry has many fields, like physical chemistry, nuclear chemistry, biochemistry, electrochemistry, environmental chemistry, organic chemistry, thermochemistry, and analytical chemistry. But if we want to make any chemical process, we have to measure these property. The question now, what do we mean by measurement? Measurement is comparing of a known quantity to another one of the same kind to know its size, degree, or amount. Measurement process should have three main points. Number one, the numerical value, by which we describe the measured quantity. Number two, suitable measuring unit, a magnitude of a certain physical quantity approved by a law and used as a standard to measure the actual magnitude of this physical quantity. Number three, the certain error ratio, due to the error in the used device, its use condition, or an error caused by the user. The importance of measurement. Used to know the kind and the concentration of the substance we used. This is number one of the importance. Number two, it's essential for the protection and control. Number three, the evaluation of the situation, the evaluation of the situation and proposing solution for the expected errors. Measurement system and its units. After the industrial development during the Industrial Revolution in Europe, the traditional measuring units become insufficient for measurement, become insufficient for the measurement, which highlighted the need of unifying the measurement system internationally. Old measurement system, the French system, then the English system, and finally the International System of Measurement Units, IS till now, which is used till now. Like for example, the measuring unit of length, which is meter symbolized by M capital. The measuring quantity is mass, which is measured by kilogram, kg. The measuring quantity is time, which is measured by second. The measuring quantity is temperature, which is measured by Kelvin. Measuring quantity is current intensity by ampere. Measuring quantity like quantity of matter, which is measured by mole. The measuring quantity is luminosity with candela. Measuring quantity of electricity with coulomb. Those are the fundamental measuring units. Also, we have the derivative measuring units, like for example joule, like for example Newton, and so on. After that, let's talk about the measuring tools in chemical labs. Firstly, we have a requirement of a chemical laboratories. Number one, the suitable security precautions. Number two, water and heat sources. Number three, places for keeping the chemical substances, tools, and devices. The first chemical tool in lab is the sensitive balance. Sensitive balance is important for the measurement of masses of a substance. The common one is the digital balances. The most used type is top-loading balance. The second tool is pipette. Pipette is a long glass tube with two openings. The first opening is for filling the pipette with a solution, while the second opening is the finished. Is fastened by a valve to control the amount of solution taken from the pipette. Pipette is fixed on the metallic base to keep it perpendicular. 0 point of the graduation is on the top. Don't forget, the 0 point of the graduation on the pipette is on the top of the pipette. What is the importance of pipette? Pipette is used in an experiment that requires high accuracy, such as adding an amount of liquid during titration process. What do we mean by titration process? Titration process is the process at which we can determine the concentration of identified component. After that, beakers. Beaker is a glass containers made of Pyrex glass that exist with different volumes. Some of them may be graduated and another not. Beakers are important in holding and transporting liquids, preserving liquids during their action, and measuring their approximated volumes. After that, the graduated cylinders. and the graduated cylinders may either of glass or plastic. It exists with different volumes. It's important in holding liquids, transporting solution, and measurement the volumes of liquid and irregular solids or even regular solids. After that, flasks. One of the glass tool in chemical lab. It's important, dependent upon its type. We have three types of flasks. The first one is the conical flask, which is made of Pyrex glass and used in titration process. Number two, round bottom flask, which is made of Pyrex glass and used in distillation and preparation processes. Number three is volumetric flask, made of also Pyrex glass. On its top there is a mark. On the top of the volumetric flask we have a mark to determine the volume of a liquid. It's important, it's used in preparation and distillation processes, and mainly in preparation processes. After that we have pipette. Pipette is a long glass tube with two both ends. The mark is on its top to determine its capacity. Measuring error ratio is written on the top. Liquids suck into it when the press of the bulb above it. It's important to transport the solution of measurement on their volumes. After that we have to talk about the pH meter. What do we mean by pH mainly? pH is the measurement of the concentration of the positive hydrogen ions of the solution. From this pH we can know whether the matter is acid, base or neutral. What is the importance of pH? pH plays an important role in chemistry and biological reactions. pH tools. We have litmus paper. We immerse the litmus paper in the solution. We want to calculate its pH. So the color of the paper changes. Then we compare the color to the calibrator ranging from 0 to 14 in order to calculate the pH. This is number one. Number two, the digital device, which is called pH meter. We immerse the pH meter ball in the solution. Then the pH appears on the digital screen of the meter. After calculating the pH of the solution, we using either litmus paper or pH, we compare it to the number of the following table. If the pH is less than 7, so the solution is acidic. If the pH is greater than 7, so the solution is basic or alkaline. If the pH equals 7, so it's a neutral solution. This is lesson 1, and thank you.